Bentar ya, internetnya. Mantap. Kenapa mantap? Bentar, aku masih nyoba-nyoba ini biar nggak nge-lag kayak gimana. Bentar ya, aku masih nyeting. Kualitasnya izin ku turunin ya guys. Rin, kamu dukung yang mana? Dukung Indonesia? Turunin kualitas ya sampai nggak nge-lag. Kayaknya ini udah aman sih. Bentar. Ya ternyata nggak bisa dipuji, langsung turun lagi. Ini bukan turun, naik sih. Pingnya tinggi sekali. Bentar, kayaknya ini mending di sini deh chatnya. Terus ini ku tutup aja. Ini juga ku tutup aja kali ya. Semua browsing berusaha mengurangi biar nggak lag. Ya udah mulai ya. Tidak, aku belum lihat nih draft picknya gimana. Masih berarti. Udah WS berapa? WS berapa ya kemarin? Tim dari Indo siapa-siapa aja Rin yang ikut? Ada Mahadewa, Dominator, sama Kagendra. Tiga-tiganya main hari ini. Lag lagi loh, RTO loh. Kage bacin kapan main? Coba dulu lah ya settingannya kayak gini. Oke, kita kembali ke game. Ke game. Ngapa ini? Dapat long lawan Hoi. Menang lo nggak sih lawan Hoi? Tengahnya kayaknya Mahadewa menang deh. Tapi Dolia ya. Dolia yang di reset siapa? Hoi-nya. Heino. Dari draft picknya aku suka Mahadewa sih. Oh bentar, ininya belum ya. Kalian nggak dengerin ini ya tadi? Ya ampun, lupa, maaf. Aku mute yang desktop audionya.
a poke fest in that mid lane between the Hino, the Monkey, the Jungfei, and the Lady Chen, but nothing quite as yet. But the goal lead is actually going to go over to the side of Foot Esports for now.
Yep, it's really some small nuances across the map, right? Just one camp. That 300 doesn't seem like a lot of gold at this point, but as you progress later, you'll start to see the compounding effect.
Live sampai habis kah ini, Rin? Kayaknya aku cuma bakal nontonin yang Indonesia aja deh. Habis Mahadewa kan bukan Indonesia kan ya? Kayaknya yang habis Mahadewa nggak aku tonton dulu. Apa yang lihat sih tim Indo sekuat apa kalau ngelawan tim luar?
But there is a big disparity in the mid lane EXP. Take a look at it.
Sorry, if we're looking into this one, I mean, who do you think has the most pressure going into this game one?
Pressure. I feel like Foot Esports is starting to feel the pressure from Mahadewa actually.
Komentatornya agak ku turunin deh volumenya. Ya.
Whereas Foot Esports, they have very much stuck into those lanes, and I think this is the problem they're going to have. If they can't break free of these lanes, they're going to be able to be pinned down and destroyed, and that's where they've got to kind of figure this part out.
Well, 30 seconds more, and we'll see the actual challenge, right? They haven't had that face-to-face fist fight just yet, but 4 minutes, it's time. There's no escaping that fight.
Yeah, it's brewing. And
Perang Tyrant nih.
both of these teams are going to vie for the Tyrant, right? They need the extra damage in the early game. It's going to be really good for long. We know that he's played.
Karin main game lain selain HOK.
At this point, I don't think NX his farm has been
Mobile lain maksudnya.
any point.
Sebelumnya sempat main Mobile Legends sih.
4 minutes in, this could
Tapi udah lama nggak aku buka Mobile Legends-nya.
Yeah, I mean, this is generally where
Ini BO berapa? BO berapa ya?
Down is the Overlord. No, I blinked and missed that.
Nggak ada ya tulisannya.
Like the Tyrant solo. Oh, it's gonna be taken here. Lost.
3 kali ya?
Yeah, like what's happening, guys?
I mean, Masashi's got
Kalau nggak 3-2 sih, tapi kayaknya 3 deh.
Oh, it looks like in the mid lane, Lost still up in front, very tanky. He's going to shrug most of this off, of course. Oh, but Amy going for the duel to death, and it looks like he's just going to back off of that one.
Yeah, looks like it's just a deterrent, right? They want to push them away, buy some time, because if you take a look at the rotations, they're starting to really start to look inside the jungle of Foot Esports.
Yeah, that's where they don't want to be, right? You want to make sure you can kind of keep
Yeah,
away from them.
Solo, the Ferrari form. Oh, the Umbrella Outburst, keeping him alive. He does have the shield, but he's going to take a lot of damage. He's going to get cut off. He's going to be ambushed on the flank. Yep,
Mati.
Solo is able to get
Enggak,
away.
masih selamat.
He stampedes to safety, and he should be fine. But Snape on the tail, he is not letting him go. Oh, he does get him, and that's going to be first blood going the way of Snape.
And this is not the start
Oh, itu first blood-nya.
side of Mahadewa.
Oh, but here we go.
Iya ya,
There's another
lama
one.
juga
Amy
nih.
going in for this, trying to take that blue buff. Amy
Ya,
continuing to fight,
kalah.
but he is so low. He's trying to run
Mati.
away, the extreme speed, doing everything with the bubble. Oh,
Masih bisa.
and Amy looks like he's gonna limp away.
Alainya split
Foot Esports now
push
just
di
living the dream,
atas.
right? Because first blood going in, it's great.
Mati
And
nih Long
one
pasti.
away into Rio, guys.
Oh, masih punya ulti.
Okay, looks like they're gonna get infinite vastness on out of this one, but Foot Esports putting a lot of pressure early.
Yes, a lot of pressure going on to Foot Esports right now, and this is what they kind of need to do. Like I was saying in the introduction, keep in those lanes, but make sure you put in pressure. That's the key part, right? You don't want it to be staying in your lanes and being very coy. Just letting them take that farm, especially when you have the look, right? All that itemization, all that gold going over to this marksman.
Aku sambil ngemil ya.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know, for the long, NX here doesn't have the best start, and this might be a catch.
No, not quite, not quite. The Destructive Deluge came in a little bit too early there, I think. A little bit of a deterrent, as we would say, on the casting desk right now. But we did see that Void is building the Axe of Torment, so those squishier ones on the side of
Unbridled
Mahadea.
Outburst. Yep, just looking to go in. He gets a stampede. He
Oh,
bottom
nyamak
307 with the duel to the death. A nice wombo
Ngomongin
combo, and
sama.
they do end up getting the kill. And 0307 is down for the count.
Yeah, put it on the floor there. So Mahadewa want to get one back, right?
Dapat sih
And at
tower
this
harusnya
point,
bawah.
Snape, the one with the first blood kill, extra gold, he's going to be a huge problem with the Substance of Fate.
Yeah, this is
Tapi
a huge
dapat
problem
tengah ya.
as well, that tier 1 in the mid lane.
Oh, enggak.
They're doing a little bit of chip damage, but they're going to back off in the end. They were taking that fight 4 versus 5. Foot Esports still thinking that they have a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, still thinking they have a foot into the lead here.
Yeah, for sure. And if you take a look at what Void is doing, right? He's literally leaving gaps in the jungle. So Mahadewa, Amy's not having a good time at all.
Yeah, when you kind of starve the Masashi, being a Masashi main myself, if you start to take my camp, I'm going to notice.
Oh yeah, for sure. And at this point, the pressure will start to shift away from Foot Esports, and you can see Mahadewa, they're trying their best to wrestle back control, but they're not given any space at all.
Yeah, nothing at all yet.
Darmanya sneaky dibuka.
Right, so that's a bit of a consolation prize for the side of Mahadea. But now they need to try.
Masih bisa dibalikin sih sama Foot, ya nggak sih?
Until they can take Butts.
It's not going to be easy, right? Ryoga actually gets the redemption, and that's a lot of armor value coming in. Amy in the middle of 3.
Oh, he's going to go 1 versus 3. He wants to go for this duel of the death on the backside, but the Dream Roam keeps Ryoga safe. Mons had joined as well, but it looks like they want to just kind of push them away, and that should be the end of it.
Yeah, this is not what they're looking for on the side of Mahadewa, right? You can see Foot Esports just dancing around with them in the spaces of the jungle as well, and they're doing it so flawlessly just for the past 8 minutes.
Kurang overlord atau tyrant.
Oh yes, the pieces of arrow coming from downtown, completely missing there. That was beautiful. Beautiful display there. But right now we've kind of seen a bit of aggression here into the mid lane for Mahadea. And right now they're kind of needing it, but that goal difference, look how close it is, guys.
That's pretty surprising though, but at this point, Tyrant
Ambil
is going to
Tyrant.
be for Mahadewa. They want to continue fighting, so they need to make sure they secure this. At the same time, top lane, this might be a scary situation for Surety.
Yeah, you don't want the Lady Chain getting caught out by the Dharma there. The Truth Manta hits hard.
Lady Zen-nya kayaknya mati deh di atas.
Is always the hardest pill to swallow, right?
Oh
Oh, enggak.
And swallowing, they might swallow their pride at this point because Mahadewa, they have to make sure they protect this T1 in the mid.
Halo Yuki.
Keeps him alive, he does, but the Unbridled Outburst now going to be committed, and it pushes them away. Not the greatest of fights, or
Alain dari
but on
belakang.
the backside, Mons going in, nice meteor kill onto
Sebenarnya yang diincar bukan Menki sih. Nah, Hoyi-nya tuh kena Hoyi.
Red
kalah. Hino ternyata. Keren Hoyi.
But the Dream Roll forward, connecting on it too. They found, yep, the Leaping Savior. He's alive. Enix throwing out those flaming palms, just trying to cover their teeth.
Hoyi-nya baru datang.
They just give them no
Mahadewa low semua.
Oh, but Amy over the wall. They're so close. They nice duel to the death. They found him with a Death and Sunset on top, and they found Boy. They got that kill, and now they have a little bit of an advantage here, but they lose the mid T1.
Yeah, they trade a kill, but for T1 in the mid lane, that's
Tidak, Mahadewa, ayo bisa.
territory for the side of Foot Esports now. Looking for that T2, we do see Yep coming in.
Yep. And not only that, they didn't get the Tyrant as well. And as we go into the 10-minute
Goldnya
mark, when
unggul
darkness
Foot.
sets in, the shadow versions of the objectives will come out.
Berarti counter long Hoyi ya, Rin. Nggak tahu. Aku tadi nggak lihat sih nge-picknya gimana.
Damage that's
Hoyi-nya di-pick setelah picknya long nggak?
with the Vanguards is something you're going to want to be taking for yourself, especially
Burning Sun Arrow. Okay, does not hit the mark.
Yeah, it doesn't hit
Kalau misalnya udah punya lifesteal mungkin bisa menang ya si Hoyi.
That was so close. I was
Dan longnya ke stun. Tapi kalau nggak punya lifesteal aku nggak taau. Damage-nya gede siapa. Kayaknya kalau longnya full skill masih ada, menang long nggak sih? Long tuh sakit banget loh. Kayak 2 hit gitu langsung. 2-3.
The Overlord coming out at this 10.5-minute mark. This is going to be an important fight.
I mean, it's looking to go in, but Lost is just so tanky. Nice Burning Sun Arrow, but they damage.
Dicicil sama Heino.
He's a little under half at this point, but now the Tyrant is going to be started here. It's going to be pushed away. Lost still up in front. Yep, taking a lot of damage as well.
Alainya low.
Mahadewa can fight for this.
Hoyi-nya cepet sih nge-burst Lord.
They're so stuck in between. Arrow wasted from the side of 0307, but it looks like Mahadewa will give this up.
Wasn't
Tuker
wasted
sama
because in
Overlord.
the end it hit Mons and it did a lot of damage, and now they
Overlordnya tapi
pushed off
juga
and they
dijagain.
got a free Tyrant out of that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, okay.
It was a pretty good trade, right? I mean, they're able to set that up. They're able to get the Shadow Tyrant, and now they're basically just brewing up the next storm on the side of Foot Esports here. We see the T1 down into Dharma get taken down. Okay, Dharma may get caught.
Oh boy, taking so much damage. He
Tuh, long sakit
back to
banget.
safety, but boy took a ton. Just kind of face check that bush.
Yep, this is a silver lining, right? At least they have some damage in their pockets.
Kena.
Yeah, that's all that matters, right? They need to start to
Di stun berapa lama tuh?
get that goldie difference because
Udah
it is
detiknya ada
in
deh.
favor of Foot Esports for now, but at any moment it's that close of a team fight that can be taken away from them.
And, you know, Lost gets the Ominous Premonition, so he is very tanky, slows them down, both in movement and attack.
Oh, they found him. Oh, it looks like they're going to go. Oh, but the death, that sounds like he's trying to retreat. He does Moonlight Flash away, but Mon's taking a lot of Scepter damage, and they're going to back up. But yep, over the wall, he's going to be fine.
This is a huge concern, right? The level difference is one thing, but the damage output is really big indifference between Foot and Mahadewa.
Oh, by the win, they're going to find Void. He's just trying to go in, but the
Mati,
duel to the death,
Jermannya.
they're continuing to go. The Formlessness is not enough to get him away, and he's going to go down. Void dies again.
Yeah, I feel like that was a bit of a
Ayo, bisa Mahadewa, bisa.
Of Foot all the way mid, and then obviously Yi was down into the farm lane, so there was no one to actually give aid to Dharma, so a little bit of miscommunication maybe.
Yeah, but this is a big opportunity here. All of the ultimates are up. Amy might go in.
Might go in, but Lost still up in front, so tanky. And they've been kind of
Ooh.
riding him out. The Menki here, just up in front, does not care. I mean, not only the fact he's super cute, but he's also very tanky.
I mean, Enix is just giving sucker punches left and right.
Lain, ngejar Hoi.
He's gonna go onto 2. They want to go for this
Nice.
one, but Mons now has to run away. But Mons is so low, he's gonna go down. Void continuing to fight, but 3 members down, all for the cost of 2.
Wow, that's a
Make that
final
4.
one. And then, I mean, this is the strength of the Indonesian teams, right? This is why they are the
Nice,
top
Mahadewa. Bisain nggak?
laner,
Enggak ya?
Right? Mahadewa
Belum.
impressing us so far. Look at the gold swing. It is 5,000 gold in their benefit at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I actually mentioned that goal lead, it was literally a few hundred apiece, right? And now that's way ahead for the side of Mahadea. But when we saw Enix just waiting and just prowling around that Faith Recall and just...
Ladizen udah kena nerf, masih laku juga dipakai ya.
Yep. You know,
Kemarin yang di qualifiernya Indonesia dipakai terus tuh si Ladizen.
Right, you're out and fight, and that's exactly what he's doing. You know, we were talking about him having a lot of farm in the late game, and he's gonna be a
Sebenernya bagus sih,
truly is one.
tapi kayak harus dibantu sama tank gitu nggak sih Ladizen? Banyak badan sih damage areanya.
Getting that double kill over with the Truth Mantra was pretty good.
Okay, so Amy at this point gets on that dragon.
Ya nggak ya? Sok tahu banget.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to help the team, right? It's definitely going to be a beneficial for the side of Mahadea. Do they really need it going into this late point? They have great domination in these lanes. They take 2 of the high ground turrets.
Yep. I mean, it also deals health percentage damage, right? So it's something.
Burning Sun Arrow, Dream Roam, they're gonna combo it, they're gonna go, but he gets on out of there with the infinite fastness.
Yang di belakang dirusuin tuh sama si Alain. Hoi-nya mati. Tinggal Heino sih masalahnya.
He's trying to stay. Lost still up in front. Enix is somehow still alive. Through this all, only 1 death, and they're gonna continue on. They have the flaming ball, but they do have the burst, and Void is down again.
I mean, they are just a better team at this.
Tuh sakit banget sih Long.
Enix is styling. Give him the double.
Oh my goodness.
Longnya sakit
the
banget dah
double
jadi
for
tuh.
sure, and they're still looking for more.
The destructive blues coming through, obviously connected onto the monkey.
And.
Enough damage to draw him away. Get the higher ground in the mid lane. They're at ground 0, right?
Yep, and this could be the start of the end here.
Yeah, this is going to be it. They've got all the T3s, the sunset.
Ya,
They want to
Longnya
just go for
mati.
this one. It's one last hurrah, but it looks
Nggak
like
bisa dong.
Lost has been killed.
Nggak bisa end sih.
Tanky, but they have the damage.
Nggak
The Burning
bisa.
Sun Arrow.
Mundur,
that was too
mundur.
much. Assurity is down. Enix is down as well, so that will hold. But man, Super Minions pushing on all 3 lanes now.
Okay, so the base is barren. They have so many things to cover, right? 3 lanes of, super minions at this point, and the map is practically open for the side of Mahadewa.
Yeah,
Bisa nggak ya ambil
that's
overlap?
tracking
Nggak
right
bisa
on
ya.
for esports. They're trying to hold it up with masking tape, but it's not quite working. It was a nice effort there from Lost to get the Dream Roll, able to get the kill from Mahadea. A double kill as well, taking Enix early and then taking Legion as well. 2 of the biggest damage parts.
Yep, and the way they kind of switch between the people who are taking damage and dishing damage has been spectacular on the side of Mahadewa, right? At one moment, Amy is soaking the damage, dealing the damage. Enix is next in line, and everyone else just makes it out with a sliver of health.
Yeah, I think that's probably the
Ambil
only
Tyrant
saving
apa
grace,
Overlord?
right, from both of these teams is seeing what they
Pilih
can do
Tyrant
in
ya.
terms of damage limitations when it comes to these team
Berarti
fights.
main team fight.
Mahadea looking for another Shadow Tyrant.
Okay, so Tyrant definitely better at this point because they're looking for more fights, right? Who cares about the lanes? Let's just fight, boys.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to benefit the look, right? I mean, those Flaming Palms are already hurting. They're already flaming sore onto the side of Foot Esports. But giving over that extra damage, that lightning effect from the Shadow Tyrant is going to be troublesome. We may even get...
Duel of Death, they're going to go for this one. They're going to have the Illuminating Slash as well. He's going to be running. Is he able to get away? Void trying to do it. He dashes over the wall. Formlessness, he will survive. Now all the lanes are pushing Enix. The damage that he brings to this table just clears waves so quickly.
Right, so now it's really a test about patience, right? Does Mahadewa try and close it here, or do they buy some time, get the Overlord as well?
I
Mau
don't really wanna push
di-push.
to that point, right? I mean,
Apakah
especially
bisa
with the Dragon
end?
gonna be up in about 142 seconds. They wanna finish it here.
Hati-hati
Go for the
Dharma
umbrella
sih.
outburst. They've got 3 connected. They're trying to go for this nice duel of the death. That's on the backside. They've got an Enix, but he's been
Tower,
killed. This might have been a bit of an
Bisa.
issue. That's a
Pelangnya
lot of
di mana
damage.
sih?
Oh, they're gonna go for Mons. He's solo, lost, chasing him up.
Ya.
Going down the bubble, and he's not gonna be able to connect on this one. But it looks like they've gotten 2 for
Tidak.
nothing, and Footy Sports will hold for now.
Ini momen-momen
Down, but you
comeback
never
nih.
count them out. First,
Tidak.
Sports smacks them back. So
Ada
Mahadewa,
overload lagi.
I feel like the better decision, of course, hindsight bias.
Tadi aku nggak lihat longnya di mana ya.
Could have gone for the overlord, and at this point, it is in the bag of Foot Esports.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see here that Mahadia are struggling to close this game, right? They've been given for esports a lot of lifelines. The Hail Mary there was keeping those minions away from the crystal, and they did it phenomenally.
Yep, and one more thing, the blood rage in the kit of 0307, really smart. He just needs to buy more time, right? The team does have damage, they just need him to survive.
Yes, and that is what they need to do. I mean, Enix getting cut off pretty early is a trouble for the side of Mahadia. And I think Foot Esports knows that, and that's what they're going for right now, is making sure Lung is off the cards, but keeping the whole year alive from the lane.
Yep, and at this point, once again, the recovery on the goal. Look at that. This time, Foot Esports takes the lead. And this is not looking good because there is a very short window. 0307 does not have flash now. They need to catch him right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that it's not
Oh
gonna
iya
happen
juga,
just
bukan
here.
Hoyi, siapa sih? Si Heino ini juga jadi PR.
Trying to get a little bit more of that gold from those vanguards. Trying to just
Dicicil-cicil, tebel lagi.
the gold.
Yep, and you know what? The real challenge is in 40 seconds.
Hoyinya
That's when
tebel juga ya tuh
Tempest
darahnya.
Dragon is gonna come out.
5-10
Guys,
bar
first
kayaknya
thing,
ada tuh.
Tempest Dragon, my goodness.
Did we expect it? I mean, this is the biggest competition within Honor of Kings right globally. So I was expecting.
Longnya 10 bar nggak
I
ada.
mean, I would love a Tempest
7
game
bar
any
doang.
day. Not
Dua,
me, I like
dapat
to
mah.
watch instead.
Netizen juga.
You don't like that prolonged gameplay, no?
No, I like it short and quick.
Either way, even on the losing end.
Yeah, you know, don't waste time. I'm ready for the next
Go
game.
next, go next.
Yeah. But at this point, you know, this is important. Right?
Oh nyampe 20
They want
menit.
to walk away with that first
Baru
point.
sadar.
They want to walk away
Nyampe
with the first
tempest
game.
dong.
This is going to put them in a better position for the series. And here we go, the true challenges here. The night has fallen, 20 minutes in Tempest Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, the thing they've got to be careful for on the side of Foot Esports is these big waves of minions, right? Both of the side lanes, but they could easily backdoor them if they try and prio this neutral objective.
Yep. I think Mahadewa, the game plan here is let's just slow the game down, right? We don't take big fights, we win by the lane.
Flaming Palm. Oh, the Dream Realm lost. He's going to go for this one. Mons chasing him down. The Fate Rewind just used instantly, and it looks like he doesn't want to take that fight. Mahadewa found a good initiation. You burned some ults, but now what?
I'm not sure. It's a reset situation, right? Ryuga actually used that Celestial Melody
Yes.
for Snake, and that could be the turning point, hopefully.
Yeah, he's kind of using a little
Ayo
of
Mahadewa.
force it, but then think, oh, he hasn't got it, but they got the Dolia. Okay.
One-on-one, I don't think they want to really take this, right?
Yeah.
Foot.
Minionnya sih gede-gede ya.
Risk at this point.
Nge-push. Harus nge-clear dulu si Foot.
Here we can kind of see the Sashi and the Lung already around here. Lost could come in with a fantastic crucial kill
Oh, the
back,
Flaming
but
Palm. They're doing some damage,
Bisa
and they
tuh.
found him on the right
Bunuh
side.
main
Momentum domain
Keyburst.
pushing him back. The Unbridled Outburst as well. They're just kind of gaining up a loss. Oh, that's going to be Sage's Sanctuary. That's going to be the first one. Fate Rewind for Snake, but the Dream Realm lost. He's trying to run. He has the Lingering Dream, but it looks
Hinonya
like they
sakit
want to go for
banget.
bigger fish. They're trying to go for Snake, but unfortunately, Assurity is
Ah,
down for the
Hoyinya nggak
count,
mati
and it
lagi.
looks like they've also gotten Mons and Foot Esports somehow hold.
Wah,
Yes, they're limping, but
ada
they've
yang
actually
mati
done
dong.
the damage, and they won that team fight.
Yeah, they threw the crutches on the floor, right? But at this point, Mahadewa, yeah, they
Ya.
down on the floor. It's not over yet because they still have the spike
Masih
on
ada long
hand
sih.
of Amy, and more importantly, Enix still alive.
yeah, and they've got the smite from Zhang Fei, right? I mean, that's double smite you've got to try and contest with. That's a hard thing, but the thing that Mahadir's got going for him is these lane priorities. right?
Minionnya sih
So
untungnya
much
gede-gede tuh.
big
Nge-push
minion
semua
waves
tuh.
going on right now. The Blazing Sun Arrow connects, but is it going to be followed up?
Not too much to follow up. Mind you, they're still down 2 members, but Mahadu are continuing to push, being aggressive because they have the super minions, the Duel of the Death, and then Amy wants to go for this one. The Flaming Palm, Sage's Sanctuary, he's going to be back up. Boy, not able to
Burst
get away. He's
long.
immune for now, but he's going to be picked off. Boy got caught out, and it
Bisa
looks like
sih.
they're going to take down the
Tower.
Fate, and they do end up
Nice.
taking Mahadua. We'll take game 1.
What a game, Mahadewa. They are supposed to be one of the strongest, and right now the message is we are the strongest, right? There's no comparison. So first game going into the hands of Mahadewa. Your thoughts about it, Glam?
I mean, first game going to Tempest Dragon as well.
Okay.
AC 2024, we're getting a Tempest Dragon game, first game within the whole competition. That's exciting, and that's really where the plays really started to fall into place for esports. It was a bit of a lifeline. They had to even figure out, do they focus the Tempest or did they try and push these lanes? And that's what my idea had over them, right? Was those big side lanes coming through with those minions. It was inevitable defeat, I think.
Yep, and that's why you place the foundation, right, into anything that you build. The early game that they secure for themselves on the side of Mahadewa was so wonderful. It really pushed them to be in a perfect position because late game, 3 lanes, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, you were talking about it. I think you made a good point in the sense of just kind of slowing the game down. You have the super minions pushing on all lanes, so you just play to time, let that kind of push out, and it makes it very difficult for Foot Esports to even get to that Tempest Dragon.
Yep.
They had to constantly worry about the lanes, and then you can backdoor it
Yes,
and kind
sir.
of do the damage that you need to do.
You know, it kind of feels like he's complimenting my rank games. You know?
Dan kamu kok nggak pernah main Shangguan? Pernah, cuman nggak jago.
Set the record straight there. We're not bigging up Kindo Fu any more than what we need to within those ranked games. But yes, if you want to support your players,
Sama aku nggak suka kalau misalnya the hero nge-stun
championship. So join Hot Camp to rate your favorite players in the championship.
atau kadang nanti kepleset tangannya, jadi nggak terbang.
You know what? Skins would be nice. The Zhouyu skin, this new skin, blazing, whatever. It's too hard for me to remember. But oh my goodness. So it's a good start, right? For Mahadewa, you're in your hometown, you're in the live venue, you get the first win of the series. It's not done just yet, right? So what's to expect for the side of Foot Esports?
I mean, they got to bounce back, right? I think they did a good job of coming back. I think that's more worrying on the Mahadewa side because they had such a good lead and they weren't able to close the game out. It became a lot
At this point, right? So Coach Blam, let's hear a bit more about you, right? You play the jungle role. Any change for the Mankey or the Musashi?
Well, the Monkey had a great early game, right? We saw very good aggression. He
Kita
had his
giniin
base
dah.
damage being buffed as well, so a lot more longevity for the side of Foot Esports. But then, obviously, Masashi was getting starved at those jungles, so he needs to like focus on that rotation.
Okay, now you play the roam.
Yeah.
So Hollow plays the roam. Zhang Fei, I know it's your
Yeah.
stocks and the pick.
No, this is the traditional, what we've seen from Yep time and again, right? He's very good on the Zhang Fei. There's a reason they were, 6-1 in the Indonesian qualifiers, and then just rack up another win for them. Like, they're playing the percentages, they're playing their best heroes forward. I think other teams that are tuning in really need to pay attention to what's going on. You don't want to give up comfort picks. Maybe you pick the Zhang Fei yourself. I think Foodie Sports might have had a better chance, but they went for the Dolia, they went for the first pick because they wanted
Aku lagi nyari
But
best
is it
of
more like,
berapa?
hey, take it away and maybe you
Nggak ada. Oh, BO3.
What's the call here? Do we pick the Dolia again? Do we ban it out? What's the call here? What do we feel like?
Well, if you ban the Dolia, right? I mean, the other two big picks that were banned on the side of Foot Esports was the Hu1 and obviously Lu Bang as well. So again, that gives
Ini
great
BO3,
assets
berarti
to
satu lagi.
teleport from Lu Bang, but then we know
Halo,
how dominant
auntie.
Hu1
Oh, bukan auntie,
right ever
Cio.
since Mid-season Invitational. We saw the KPL Dream Team pick it up a lot, and then the other teams just kind of went from there. It was like, oh, okay, this is a huge pick. Let's basically bring it in for ourselves.
Gimana di aplikasinya Honor of King langsung? Cara ganti bahasanya gimana?
It's not his fault.
Is it his fault or is it more of like the hero's limitations? Because it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I get the
Kita bisa klaim. Kalau ganti ke... bentar, kelihatan ya.
broken, why fix it?
Fan phase, right? We see it in every competition leading up, but the Hu1 is now taking the place of the likes of the Dolia and the Chow in that prio ban on the side of blue. Dolia actually does get put through
Tes. Ya, harus download. Ya udahlah. Udah mulai juga gamenya.
Go for it once more.
Pakai ini dulu deh.
I like the Orgrim. We all love Orgrim with the path of passing, the Conductor of Souls, the amount of tankiness that this hero can give into the jungle. But we are going to see the lung here.
Ini aku streamnya dari aplikasi Haokanya. Nah, tadi kayaknya sekilas kulihat lebih cepat. Berapa detik itu? Dibandingin sama yang di YouTube. Cuma nggak tahu ya.
It's not looking good, at least for the start, in my eyes, for the side of Foot Esports.
Yeah, I mean, we could kind of see the Motsu could come through here, right? I mean, just literally laying down.
Oke, first picknya tadi siapa?
Down the lung, lockdown down the Ogren, right?
Arli.
We could see like a prison sprite come through here, right? The new
Wah, dapat Ogren. Oh, Foot ya yang dapat Ogren.
But before we demise a bit too much into that,
Ogren lang. Iya, Foot deh yang menang.
But the funny
Yang
thing is
game
they
dua.
didn't ban out the Changfei. So are they baiting Yep to say, hey, bring that beast one more time. We have the leash for him this time.
Yeah, I mean the drunk face going up with the foot, right? So they're waiting for him. It's
I
going.
turned blind for him.
It's fine.
But I
Don't worry
mean,
about it.
Ruga's quite a good Jangfei player himself.
Yes.
He was what? I think 5-2 in the Turkish
Yes,
qualifier. Very good for
Yes.
him. You know, the Lady John, they were 3-0. So these are the teams or the heroes that they want to pick going into this one.
Okay, I feel so validated. All right, Mo not in the game. Unfortunately, I've been killing it, dude, with Mo in my ranked games.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not professional, but
Arling lawan Long menang siapa,
the
guys?
rework of Mo has been insane, right? Now you have so many more charges.
Arli
All
bisa
your combo
kabur-kabur
rate is
sih.
a huge amount of burst damage.
Disgusting. But hey, we may be getting another Dharma pick here. So again, trying to lock down the Ali, maybe going for the loop bang, a little bit of a cross the map aid. But no, I think they're gonna go and settle with the Motsu.
they knew
but
you were
then
better.
The loop bang up into
Oh,
the
Dunnya
glass
jungler.
lane. Okay. So we're not only gonna have the Dune that's gonna be able to get into those team fights. You're gonna have the Ali being able to be slippery around it. The destructive deluge to kind of just focus them in and zone a lot of damage. But then you're gonna have the Motsu to lock down the Ogre, lock down Lung, even lock down the Dharma. Anything that has a gauge that you're scared of, Motsu's got your back.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary draft coming out from Mahadewa, right? I like what I see.
Zia.
But I'm not really happy about this, right? So, and now Ryoga going to go with Zhang Ziya here. Ziya, is he the best?
Farm lane-nya sama-sama susah ditangkap sih. Iya sih. Tapi kok kayaknya aku lebih suka draftnya yang kanan ya. Apalagi kalau sampai late game banget kayaknya kanan nggak sih? Bisa sampai level 25.
Yeah, I mean,
Level 25 tuh nambah damage juga nggak? Atau cuma nambah HP?
That is a great wave clear mechanic towards the end game or even in the early game. If you're just trying to get to level 4, which we know the passive Asturia means that you're going to get to level 4 quicker than your enemy team, hopefully, if you're not bad. So, we'll see here going into game 2 between Mahadia and Esports.
Yang bisa nangkap Arli, Zia sama Augranya sih PR.
Now the question is, can he repeat or even take it one level higher on that performance? And if he does, I think
Augranya jungler kan? Iya, bukan offline.
Of course it is, right? You think you're down a teammate in a team fight, and then all of a sudden Lu Bang comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Hi guys, shield. I'm here with a CC. Bring it in."
Oh, bantu clear dulu terus bantu nge-buff ya.
They knew about it. Hey, you want the pressure to clashing? Your Crimson Golem is under pressure now.
Yes. They're just making
Tuh dicicil sama Augranya setengah darah tuh. Rame banget nih, 4 orang. Semua 5. Rame banget.
Yep, as well as Amy, and it's a double kill, and this is a huge win from Footy Sport, especially with 1 minute into this game.
1 minute, 5 different members on the side of Footy Esports.
Buffnya sama-sama masih belum diambil.
This is a very different team, and look at it, the cards have been reversed.
That's it. They now have access to the side.
Wah, udah susah sih.
With that jungle, right? They don't want to go down.
Masih bisa ya, bisa. Ayo Mahadewa.
They don't want to be losing a 2-0, and 0307 here showing that the Lung is a pick that's here to stay. Flaming Palms is just doing so much damage.
Yep, and this is a costly mistake here because the EXP differential it matters a lot, especially when you have Snape on a Zuya. Sanctification, boy, it's coming soon, man. 15, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where we're gonna
Kalah goldnya masih cuman 400. Masih bisa lah ya.
Give him a little bit more aggression, but right now, for esports are definitely playing to their strengths.
Oh, for sure. Now, this is I won't say very different foot. I think this is what foot was just
Kayaknya agak lag. Kita bikin udah 720 deh. Kan tadi masih 120.
but
Yeah.
Amy's down for the count.
It is, right? It definitely is another foot because at this point, the pace has just been taken to another notch here.
Beda goldnya udah 1000.
By the side of Footy Sports, Flaming Palm lands right onto Ali as well. We see that NX is struggling to play this Ali a little less competent than that long pick in game 1, right? But we see 0-3, 0-7 having to take a 2-1 here in the farm lane, but he's dealing with it well. He's taking it on the chin.
Top lane again. Mons is not having a good time, man. This time, with the combination of the Lost and Void together, it's a very tough one. You have the stun coming out from Void, you have the lifesteal, as well as the damage, consistent damage over time coming out from Lost. It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, very tough situation as well as he got Foot literally helping himself. So
The universal log, they're gonna go in. Amy wants to
Siapa
get
yang
this one, and
dapat?
they've got Ryuga. He got caught out. They look first, second. Lost getting a little bit low. Needs to be careful. He's gonna be killed as well.
Nice,
Amy with a double
nice.
kill, and they've turned this around.
Right, but is it enough, right? Because 2 kills now, they're still trailing by 1. I mean, at this point, it's of utmost importance to keep the cap on the players of Foot Esports.
Goldnya sama lagi. Sekarang gantian yang invasi si Mahadewa.
You can kind of see the difference, the flip point in there with Mons trying to do the push into the clash lane. So I think it's all about this early game, putting the pressure onto these teams.
Perang Tyrant nih.
Sure we get in double objectives.
Bentar
Make
lagi.
sure we get in those T1s, right?
Yeah, both teams really just bobbing and weaving around the map, right? Every time
Oh,
someone
rednya dikasih Arli ya?
they eat the punch, you know, save a bit of the pain, and they come back even harder.
Unruly Blade, Void. Okay, he's gonna be fine. But Amy was just kind of waiting in the wings. Just thought somebody would just go into that push.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of
Mahadewa ambil
reaction,
Overlord.
right? This is all about those trading the team fights. Neutral objectives are now up. Will we see Foot Esports go for the Tyrant? They go for the Overlord so quick. Like, they don't even give him a second to spawn. He's like, hi guys, bye guys. He goes down. They get the Shadow and the Tyrant as well. So
Rina kalau kesel lawan hero mid apa?
that's what we've been seeing.
Akhir-akhir ini yang bikin kesel Gunmo sih.
Good gameplay.
Range-nya jauh banget.
Quick 10 seconds.
Oh, the battlefield. Oh, they're gonna go in. Ryuga.
Dan di
Oh,
belakangan
this is
biasanya si Gunmo.
away the ride the wind, pushing him back. Oh, 307. Keeping his teammate alive, and Foot Esports right now playing on the edge. They've got Amy, and they will pick that one off. Boy gets the kill here, and they will take the blue buff away.
Yeah, I like that map, the map control they had there, right? They thought they were going to lose Ruga, but then they lost Amy down on the Azure Golem, right? So, Foot taking a positive trade.
Ulti,
Jack on the
ulti.
point side doing some work. Lost. Oh, he has to back
Ulti
off.
sih.
He is fine, though, but that was close.
Yeah, and once again, it's left and right, back and forth, right? Both teams are making plays just to counter the last play made by the opponent team.
Yeah, it's very reactionary, right? So they're not trying to wait till Mahadia make the move. They are trying to say, hey, make the move, but we're going to make a move that's going to counter it somewhere else on the gorge. And right now, we see the T1 up into Clash Lane, falls at that 5-minute mark. So, again, another great game from Foot Esports. Early game, very promising. We're getting into that
Pakai
mid-game.
Myrin kalau jumpa Garo, kalau nggak Sangguan.
Game they need to formulate.
Yeah, if you notice,
Nanti
Mons hasn't
Maiku
used
kepleset
Battlefield
juga.
just yet. And you know what?
Main Mai aku juga suka kepleset.
They need a little bit more help because they're dying too fast.
Yeah, a little bit too fast for my liking in my ranking.
Garo Ogan mo.
They've got a little bit of denial here, but okay, we can still see some.
Main Mai sama Sangguan tuh aku masih suka kepleset. Nggak jelas.
Yeah, it's always
Mati nggak
something
jelas.
else happening at the same time.
Maju-maju ke depan mati.
On the run. Oh, his fastness. He's gonna stay
Oh,
alive.
menang
He's
Arli
gonna
tuh
back off.
kalau kulihat
Should
melawan
he's
Long.
gonna be fine here, but that was a little bit close.
A wraparound. We're looking at loss. Maybe catching out a loss sheep here.
Yes, okay, oh,
The
yeah.
solo. Mons is down for the count. They've gotten Yep. He's gonna go in the
Mati
umbrella.
dong, Mozi.
No loss doing. Yeah, he's gonna get him with a soul resonance. He picks him off, and Yep is down for the count as well.
Yeah, percentage damage is really hurtful in this game. And for esports, right now, 2,000 gold ahead.
Midnya dapet sih ini. Nggak mungkin nggak. Oh, tapi Longnya di bawah, nggak jadi. Masih bisa defense.
Blazing Cape, sorry? That was a mix up of words, but
Oh, boy,
okay.
going in, knocks him back
Stun.
with the truth, but here we go. The battlefield command is going to be used. That's going to be the second one that we see. Zia's going to be down. That's safe. That is
Ooh.
Void. Somehow still alive. The leaping savior. Mons is on the run, but it looks like they're just going to
Bisa nggak sih dapat mid? Kayaknya bisa deh. Arli.
Yeah, they just refuse to be shut down, man. Like Mahadewa, every single time for esports, pulls something over their eyes.
Nggak ada
they're
Zia.
back for more.
Bisa nggak sih?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Tower,
watch this
tower,
out, but get
tower.
caught by this one.
Infinite fastness. I think he's going to back off on this one. He goes in reverse. Mahadiwa will take the mid T1. So they've gotten this one, and they're turning this around. The net worth lead is kind of shifted in there a little bit, you know, at least a little bit less.
Yeah, so half the value.
Yeah, the pendulum's definitely swinging for the side of Mahadia. They're not counted out just yet. They're able to get that crucial T1 in the mid lane, so...
But he gets enlightened, so to speak. Last is continuing to join, and he's Cannon Blast connected.
Ulti.
Lost. Oh, he's got the
Auranya
shield, but
ulti.
is that enough?
Kalah.
Amy going in for this one. The Umbrella Offers on top of this, and Amy is looking to be the massive take, and they've already taken Void and lost down. They're going to continue on.
Liubangnya bagus banget masuknya.
They got thick inside the box with the infinite
Pasok
message, and he takes the Uber, and he's on out of there.
Oh, they escaped by the skin of the teeth there. But for esports, this is a tough situation to be in. The waves are starting to crash in. Yes, they have the Vanguards, but is it enough?
Yeah, I mean, this is where their kind of weakness is that mid lane, right? You got Lady Chen waiting there. You've got the Motsu as well. Just waiting for that mini wave to rock raid. Try and give another go onto this T2 in the mid lane. Suya looking pretty low.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay there. How did they actually get caught, right? Amy doing so much.
They need to clear these Vanguards in the side lane, or else it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, that last fight, it kind of felt like Foot Esports edged that out. And now with the Tyrant's buff, maybe that situation won't be the same, having the same result once again.
Yeah, we kind of hope so here. I mean, Foot have played a brilliant early game. They're playing a sizable mid game here. We can kind of see Mahadia trying to get a bit of a lead. They're formulating their mid to late game just a little bit better.
Dermanya tuh sneaky.
Yeah.
Tapi kelihatan nggak ya? Kan ada matanya tuh.
I mean, 10 seconds to go. That's the end of the Tyrant buff.
Yes, they've only got a little bit left on that Tyrant buff. I mean, are we going to see another Tempest Dragon come through? I mean, it's looking more likely. We're still a little while away from that. It's only just got to the 12-minute
Tower
mark.
atas
But kind of see the
dapat
Motsu
nggak itu?
trying to be used as a play starter here. But Ali's nowhere near. We're seeing a lot of pressure into these side lanes, but going in maybe here.
Oh, Mon's thinking about it. He's been pushed away by Ryuga. He has a leaping saber, but Amy in the heart of the enemy team.
Yun.
On Unruly Blades, he's going to be back to safety, and it looks like Void on the backside finds Mons, does a little bit of damage, enlightens him, so to speak.
Okay, we haven't seen a lot of Enix just yet. He might get caught out here. Oh no!
Oh no, he's solo lost solo on the
Yeah,
battle.
Arlie.
The Universal Law on top of
Arlie.
Lost, continuing on, and they find Enix, and they do find the pickoff. He's not able to lift them back to safety. Ryugu continuing on. The Flaming Palm does some damage onto Yep. He's going to limp away, and it looks like Foot Esports.
Nunggu Arlie-nya respawn.
Yeah, he was dancing on the knife's edge. Did not get into the
Buat
sheath.
perang
That
Tyrant sama
and
Overlord
unfortunately
lagi.
gave his life away.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Ali, right? Putting so much pain game onto the Ogre, but this is the beauty of this pick. Mon's getting put out here.
Oh, Void. He's going to back off. He's going to let Mons go at this point, but they're still up in
Oh,
front.
sakit
Foot
banget
Esports
langnya.
being the aggressors here.
Okay, but they do have a decent high ground defense.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, the Ogre able to soak up, they just basically sustained himself from the Ali, was basically the win condition of that last team fight to take. Enix off the cards was a great call, but looking at that goal lead right now, it is steadily going over to the side of Esports. Nothing that a huge team fight and a neutral objective couldn't fix, but it's making sure Mahadia can set that up.
Yeah, but it's a 6,000 goal difference at this point, right? So it's not looking too healthy for the side of Mahadewa. There's a couple of things they need to do. And right now, if Lost, no, not Lost, yeah, Lost. If Lost gets his way, he's gonna pincer them in, and that should be the end of Mahadewa.
Just making sure that Lost doesn't lose his way, right? Lose his way, don't lose his shoes.
Zia-nya udah level 17.
Right now,
Oh, pasifnya dikasih ke Aukran ya.
part of the game, right? I mean, the Shadow Tyrant and Overlord back
Kirain bakal dikasih ke Long.
Gotta be careful. Universal Law just being laid down. It's sparse. It's being used a lot.
Yeah, and here comes the benefit, right? I mean, all of the waves crashing in, this is a good situation for the side of Mahadewa.
Yang ini hampir over ya.
Half life already. I don't know if Foot Esports can get there in time. Amy looking to burn it. He does use the smite. He does get that, and it looks like they get away scot-free.
Okay, so Ryuga was looking to the steal there, right? But probably did not have the leaping savior.
Oh,
Yeah.
they found it next already. Oh, Jordy got picked off. Void
Tidak,
half life.
mundur
They're continuing
dulu.
on. Oh, played. Oh, they get
Nggak
the second
bisa.
pick off. They found Yep. The Battlefield Command used on Enix, but that's not really the target they want.
Nggak bisa, itu sakit.
Foot Esports right now with 3 kills to their name are looking to end this game.
Yep, And with Amy dead, they can't control the
Bisa
release
kah, An?
of that Shadow Overlord as
Berapa
well.
detik?
So it's not gonna
20
be
detik
a
aksi.
safe situation for the side of Mahadewa.
Nggak bisa sih, nggak clear doang.
Tyrant, right? Because those flaming palms, I think without that Tyrant, probably wouldn't have cleaned up those 2 kills. It would have done a lot of damage. But it would
Iya,
have been a
sama
little
ada
more
buff Tyrant
chasing
soalnya.
for
Sakit
those
banget.
kills, but they were in their realms. They have the privilege.
Masih
of
bisa sih di
Shadow
defend
Tyrant.
harusnya.
The extra damage.
Ada di Zen ulti. Oh, masih ada naga juga.
It's a tough one to watch, but they might have to back off.
Nge-lag lagi ya.
Mahadewa, they're going to be coming up right now. So at this point, they survive, but they get the door broken, right?
Yes.
The mid T3 is down. So for esports, they have 1 foot through the door. What else can they do?
I mean,
The other
take
foot
some,
in the door.
Yeah, another one. Just go double this. Take both feet off the ground.
Oh, look at
Boom! Into it. But look at this. The truth mantra really set up that whole fight there. The crucial crowd control ×3, man. Like, Void on the Dharma. This is like a beast of a foot esports, right? They're able to get the high ground turret. They're actually making progression in the series, which is what we like to see, right? Not just 2 stomps, one after another.
Well, that's why he's called Void, right? He leaves a void in your team. That was 3 different members gone for like 40 seconds or something.
Yeah, a little bit of like, Papa,
D-burst
where
ini.
are you? It's like Void just taking them into the void right
Oh,
now.
keren.
Universal Law being placed down there, the destructive loot as well being exhausted. Dodge it, kind of blast the Lost actually doing very well to dodge that.
Yeah, at this point, it's a bit of a sticky situation for Mahadewa because they can only rely on Mons to get the split push going. And at this point, if he travels too far and he gets forced to use the battlefield command, that's 1 save gone.
Yes. I mean, you can kind of try and put pressure into the lane whilst he's away from it, but then if he uses that battleground command like you just said there,
Liu Bangnya bisa split push sih. Nggak punya ulti, kayaknya masih aman sih si Liu Bang.
It's not looking too good at this point. This could be the second T3 taken.
Oh, the bridal uppers cutting off the line of retreat. Amy taking so much damage, not able to unruly blade away. He's gonna be picked off, and it looks like this is a bit of an issue for them. They have 5
Siapa ya yang bisa ke belakang?
They're pushing on all of the lanes. The top lane excluded.
Arli, tapi nanti Arli mati kalau ke belakang.
If they need to, but right now Mahadewa are kind of looking up at this aggressor, and they're having a hard time.
Ya split push aja nggak sih? Liu Bang split push di atas.
Right now, for esports, all they have to do is to finish the
Void,
job.
he goes in for this one. He gets the pick off a shorty. Battlefield command, but it might have been too late. Monson exit.
Nice try.
Foot Esports take game 2.
They did not take their foot off the
Internet
gas right there,
pingnya
and now
naik
they're
lagi.
rewarded for all of that hard work. Look at the faces of the players as well. Now we are tied, dead even, 1-1. Boys, what a game that was!
Yeah, what a phenomenal series, right? We're glad that for esports have found that identity that was alluded to within the introduction. They are definitely a lot more clued up than they were in Season 2, right? Actually getting 1 game on the board is already improvement from that last tournament, so they're here to stay, I think.
Yeah, we were kind of poking and prodding. Are they alive? And yes, they are alive and kicking as well.
I mean, Foot Esports knew how to do it, right? They had the lead, and they knew how to close out the game. That's super important going into this one, because you don't want to give the enemy team a single chance to get back in the game.
Yeah, they didn't, right? It was kind of like pulling out the straws from underneath us.
Skornya sama, 1-1.
Mid lane T3 done. Bottom lane.
Ayo Mahadewa.
We don't even need the top lane. Let's just take everything.
It's basically like they were pretty much monopolists, right? They were taking the tyrants, making sure that the territories were taken. At first, we was even questioning their tyrant takedowns, right? That is objective guess.
My bad.
But hey,
Pingku
when you
naik
got Luma on your
lagi.
team, going for that, those flaming palms hit differently when you get the tyrant.
Yep, and if you take a look at how they performed in the early game, it kind of gave you a foreshadowing of what's about to come, because that initial early aggression coming in from Mahadewa, I was scared. It felt like Mahadewa was just going to wring the life out of them in that first invasion, but it did not happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I mean, this is one of those things where, I mean, we're going to have to check the replay in terms of how Mahadewa can kind of bounce back for this one, but it really seemed like they were on the back foot. They were struggling throughout. They weren't able to take any of the objectives that they really wanted to and get themselves back in this game.
Okay, so with that being said, in the first minute, you get 5 different members on the side of Foot Esports. You lose the game in the second series of this second. How do you recover this confidence, right? Because if you take a look at the way the game ran, it was just Foot Esports slowly but surely getting control of the game.
I mean, was it really slowly but surely?
Rin, menurutmu mau Zimit itu gimana?
was seeing an invade,
Masih
level
ya.
1 invade. They weren't too bothered about it. They got some double kills up on the board. They, yes, lost a little bit here going into the 9-minute mark. Like I said,
Bisa nggak?
always having a great.
Sebenarnya bisa-bisa aja sih. Cuma aku nggak tahu sih combo yang bagus sama apa. Kayaknya butuh area ya berarti. MM yang area apa ya? Tapi Mozi kalau damage tuh apa sih stun yang ngecicil tuh skill 1 apa skill 2-nya gitu. Itu lumayan sakit tau. Per 3.
How influential is this Lung in the BP on the 100% win rate? It seems to be, even though he managed to get the early, NX didn't quite work out the same way.
Love this series, and this is what you can expect, right, for the games today, because it really was back and forth. Like, there was never a clear moment where it was like, oh, it's a guaranteed for esports, oh, it's a guaranteed Mahadewa win. No, this was back and forth, and at any single moment, it could have swung either way.
Yeah, I think if we didn't really talk too much about it in the pregame, but Group A going into this, I felt like was one of the closer of the groups. Like all the team skill levels is kind of the same, so we're gonna see a lot of competitive games in Group A.
Yeah, I mean, after that game, I feel like it's even more closer than I expected, right? And I think this is the best thing about KC 2024, right? It's like we all had a little bit of expectations, but we didn't want to sort of set really high ones. We want to be very reactionary. We want to see how these
Udah aman lagi kan?
first year of the global esports.
Oh, for sure. You know, one of the
Selamat istirahat, Bacin.
actually stretching because there were so many moments I was clenching, whatever muscles you have, dude, I'm clenching all the way. I'm like, oh, shit, he's doing so much work, right, at this point. And a lot of big surprises coming in from both teams. So it's really hard to tell who's going to take this final series.
Yeah, I mean, going into this one, I like the fact that you have a lot of momentum. I think that is a huge, you know, one of those factors that could really sway the game.
Right? There's no place for emotions. Numbers matter. It's about the stats. And it looks like we're going to have a lane. Okay, this was the special. Probably going to go into the hands of Boss again.
Yes.
And we have seen the performance by NX on this look. And so far, it has been wonderful. But Snape, once again,
Internetnya mulai nge-lag lagi.
teasing us with this. He played a mean.
Gimana ya?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, these 3 picks were probably one of the staples, other than the Dharma, right? Obviously, they didn't take it off the cards for esports. They may do it in this second ban phase. They do go for the Lady Sun instead. So making sure they lock in that farm lane before it gets taken out here. But I honestly would have thought that Mahadir may have even gone for like the Diadia ban or even the Dharma ban. But the Nada ban coming through, is that a pocket pick like Intel?
Wow,
Kindo Fu, it's your birthday.
It is. Hang on. Do they really want to do this? They're pretty squishy at this point. I'm not sure if this is the play here, but I like this. Mengya's one of... Okay, guys, if you didn't notice, Mengya's the next hero coming out. He is one of a kind. I mean, just wait till you see him on the gorge. I promise you.
No, I mean, there we go. I mean, I've done a lot
Tadi
of
hero
learning.
baru
I've
ya?
done a lot of watching. The Kaiser makes sense. The Princess Frost makes absolute sense as well, right?
They got him more.
They got him. Oh yeah, I pointed that
Okay.
out for you. I was like, this is your birthday.
Debut pick. I love this hero. It is okay. You know what? Do you like being the third wheel? This is your chance to be a third wheel. You're watching love coming out onto the battlefield here.
Udah aman belum guys internetnya?
A lot of snipes, and at this point, based on what's happening, I like this Mayin
Oke, mulai
as
hijau.
well as the Zhang Fei combination because they will be the ones keeping you at bay. And when you're
Nggak
at distance,
jadi.
it works well.
Oh,
Got it
hijau
all.
lagi.
Lady Sun, the rolling raid, the couple blades.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much damage that's
And
gonna
if you
come.
manage to
Oh,
dodge
kayaknya udah
that,
mulai aman.
shell coming through and just landing on your noggin, it's gonna do some damage in that late game when she gets.
Lady Sun melawan Long.
Yeah, I really like this Kaiser and Dolia pair up. It's a
Sama-sama sakit sih. 3 hit sama-sama mati deh kayaknya. 3, 2, 3.
right. If you're stuck with what to go for, Dolia and Kaiser, it's like bread and butter.
Tinggal positioning aja deh.
Oh, you have the double winters here. That's a
Long sama Lady Sun. Midnya apa tadi? Gunmu sama siapa?
Yeah, that's two
Sama
seasons
Frost
of
ya.
winter in one. It's kind of like the playing in Britain. From last game, the reason why they ban it is that performance right there, right? Like, it was so good. Lost was just able to just navigate, get those engages, but the flaming palms are going to be an issue for the All-Red. You can't have that great early game.
yeah, for sure. You know, at this
Suka
point,
draft.
At some point, the testing traditionally going for that Tyrant. It doesn't look like Kaiser's going to be around there to contest it either.
Jadi nggak
But they
fokus
have
ngeliat game.
Overlord the first time within this
Dari tadi Ini internet.
I mean, like you said, right? He definitely wants to prioritize that.
Ini stabil lagi, tapi nanti pasti bentar lagi nggak stabil nih internetnya.
For now, yeah. I mean, right now, you kind of see that the gold lead is actually going in favor of Foot Esports right now, which is pretty huge, especially when they have a Lady Sun on their side. That late game hero, she's just going to bring pain with the likes of the Master Sword, the Siege Breaker.
Footnya unggul 2000.
So much damage can be given
Goldnya.
Okay, fortune telling for a little bit.
Towernya masih imbang.
He might be the first one to get first blood across this game.
Yes, yeah. We've got the surprise discount as well coming on here.
Tapi belum ada yang mati ya nih dari tadi.
Hey, Amy taking some
Fight, and Amy was left alone for the good 3 seconds. And even with Invincible Warrior, it doesn't do too much when you're dealing with Lost, dealing with Snake.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about Kaiser, right? He only can be an invincible warrior with the items. At level 4, you may get away with it because your enemy team doesn't have those damage items. But right now, 0307, I can imagine, is getting onto his second fully built item. And then you can kind of see that the Scepter Reverberance as well was gone on for Dagan and Mo, and that's already laying the smackdown, right? We saw level 4, he was doing damage onto Kaiser, and Kaiser's a tanky guy.
Well, the moment Snape gets the Void Staff,
Overlordnya dapat seafood.
that means
So they got something, but nonetheless, Void gets the kill onto Enix.
yeah, it's a big difference, right? It might not seem like a lot, but look at the damage they're able to output on Setup Foot Esports.
Not only that, right, I mean, they've opened up so much. They've got the T1 down into the farm lane, they've got the T1 in the mid lane as well. The Crimson Golem is a lot more accessible for the side of for esports, but we did see that Amy was able to actually smite that one for himself, so they did all the hard work, they did the graft, but Kaiser...
Gimana caranya Mahadewa menang,
It's no
guys?
big loss, right? Because it's Vyuga anyway. He does have one smite, but so what? Loss has another one in store as well. So it's a lot of advantages going on the side of
PR-nya ada 3.
simply because
4
they have
sih.
more options to
Semua
explore.
PR sih.
Once again, this is why the draft is so strong.
Gunmo-nya
but
dulu.
I'm just gonna keep it
Gunmo
here,
di
right?
belakang. Siapa yang bisa mencir?
Yeah, I mean, we saw the shadow
Malain.
through there for the Lung,
Tapi
right?
susah
So
juga
it's
sih.
a lot more crit damage coming through and a bit of attack speed as well.
Mayanya.
But it looks like the
Berarti
T1
kan si MM sama maginya harus dijagain.
Void going in 1v1.
Dolia
They're just trading. They're just kind of pillow fight top lane.
gak bisa sih.
Yeah. Just battering each other with feathers, right?
Yeah.
Feathers and air at this point, passing back to safety. Okay, they reset the death at sunset,
Yes.
right? So this, they want to go for more, for sure.
Terus dapet Gunmo sama Lady Sun dulu. Tapi sambil jagain MM-nya dari Main dan Aukron. Bisa nggak ya?
But speaking of Prime, we do have the Shadow Tyrant and Shadow Overlord right now. Are we actually going to see a neutral objective finally go over the side of Mahadir? Only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, the skies go dark at this point, 10.5 minutes in. For esports, they still have that foot on the gas pedal, right? It is about a 5,000 goal lead at this point, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's great for the side of for esports. They get the damage buff, they get the lightning effect as well. And it's not like Snape needs it, right?
Kaiser Dolia.
A
Malain.
lot of damage right now. They take the T1 up into the clash lane as well. Orgren's taken maybe a 2v1 potentially there.
Bisa kali ya, kan bisa ulti 2 kali nanti.
The vision away.
Kalau ada Dolia.
We talk a little bit about Lost being level 14. Amy's only level 12.
Yes, that is a crucial XP outmatch.
Yeah, there's 2 levels, right? 2 levels.
Oh,
It
sakit
is a
tuh.
lot, especially as we're in the mid game now, 11 minutes in. The T3 is being thrown.
Oh, Gunmo-nya. Vampir. Yay, Gunmo-nya mati. Lady Sun, Lady Sun.
Continue forward. He does get the pick off, but they want to go for this one. Slaughter.
Alain ke Lady Sun tuh. Nice.
Get 0307 Void. Dashes over the wall, but he's
Nice.
picked off for that moonlight kill. And Mons with a double, and now Lost is on the run. Mons is chasing him out.
Udah sih.
It looks like Mahadua are finding ways to get back in this game.
Nice banget tadi dapat Gunmo.
That was a huge uppercut in the face of Foot Esports. Now mid T1 open up. Probably more to come as well because the rest of the map going slowly in favor on the side of Mahadewa.
Yeah, I mean, we see that Orgren and obviously the Zhongfei is still up here, but Kaiser comes up now.
Gunmo-nya udah
So they
hidup.
can take that
Overlord aja nggak sih?
And we can see that Mons is already starting the Shadow Overlord, which means they could get some
Udah dah
good
mundur-mundur
pressure
Overlord.
for Mahadir to
Tapi
come
ada
back
Gunmo
in this
sih.
game stream, because this is their last chance, right?
Gunmo-nya tapi masih clear tengah. Bisa nggak
Prison
burst?
Fight still available, and this could be a huge marker for
Ayo
Mahadewa
cepat
if
burst, burst,
they
burst.
catch the right targets.
Smite.
Solo, and it looks like maybe he's gonna
Okay.
get the smite. The death at sunset, he moonlight flashes to save.
Reset,
Boy,
resendur.
still a decent amount of damage, but it looks like Mahadu are looking to recruit.
Mati nggak eye lainnya?
After him, the depth of precipice, the soul resonance is not enough, and it looks like Mahadua will survive with that overlord kill.
Yep, the sheer state not really working out too much. And that's a surprise, right? It was a 5,000 goal lead for the side of Foot Esports.
Harus kayak tadi sih, harus dapat Gunmo dulu. Habis itu Ladisan.
The final win, they still have the gold lead on the side of Foot. They just need to make sure they can take some of these high ground turrets, get those empowered minions, and I think that pressure is something that's everlasting, right? It's not something that goes away.
Yeah, and at this point, it is going to be Amy holding on towards that Shadow Overlord. So, which lane would be priority to really just cut out all of the pressure from?
I mean, you kind of want to make sure that that mid lane doesn't fall, right? Because it just literally gives access, and it doesn't give Mahadia that safety to go into their own jungle.
Okay, so they're thinking a little bit differently. They want to have a three-pronged attack on all different lanes, right? So there's a few members on the top, a few members in the mid, and the Shadow Overlord is making its way, taking flight down on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of a juicy minion wave there into the Clash lane, able to take a bit of damage onto the high ground turret into the Clash lane as well, but a fight.
Amy being slowed down, Invincible Warriors has to be used. He's gonna just kind of run away at this point. I don't think he's gonna get any value other than staying alive at this point.
Hey, but surety that Winter is here, very big deterrence, right? And once again, yep, it's just keeping that Prison Sprite as an insurance, right? He wants to scare them with it. Until it's used, Foot Esports cannot go all in.
Yeah, it's a cash grab, right? It's like, hey, come and take us. We've exhausted that Invincible Warrior, but now we've got another Invincible Warrior.
Ang Tyrant
We
nih.
have plurals, baby. But the Shadow Tyrant's up. Snape, they need to keep him safe.
Oh, but Ryugo gets a little bit low. He's gonna take a decent amount of damage. Leaping Saber's back in.
Gunmo-nya masih di belakang.
Things are a little testy at this point with that Tempest being started at this right now. But Lost still up in front.
Ooh.
Will spot this out. Does have Smite if they wants to go, but it looks like the Tyrant is gonna go back into his cave. He's gonna heal. Lost still up in front, finds Amy.
Tidak.
To duel, the Infinite
Tolongnya.
Master is on back. Ryuga a little bit low as well, but the backside, the Death at Sunset connecting on the Void.
Ya, alainya dah ulti 2 kali ya.
Lost, he's about half-life. The Tyrant getting whittled down at this point.
Harus
Who's gonna take this
Gunmo.
one? Oh, he lost. We'll take this one. And Foot Esports still alive. Lost.
Gunmo sama Ladisan sih yang nge-damage dari belakang.
That's why Foot Esports take it at this time. Look at the wave management, right? Now they have 2 lanes they are crashing in. Top lane, they can easily deal with that.
Yeah. I mean, either the Lady Sun or the Ganamo here, right, can just wipe this lane out. But let's take a look at this juicy replay here. It started off as what could be seen as a bait for on the side of Mahadia, but it didn't go in their favor. We have the Orgrin just able to soak so much damage, go in with the Path of Passing just to make any kind of access to that neutral he wants.
Harus
When you're
defend lagi
against
dulu
the
sih.
Orgrin, you can't stop him. He can make his own way.
Yep, and all of a sudden, the comeback factor gone.
Yes.
Look at that, 5,000 back in the lead again. Foot Esports.
Alainya tadi ulti 2 kali tapi nggak bisa ke belakang.
Yeah, no, you can see some big pushes here. The T2 looking very low. We've seen that Amy's able to clear this minion one too, so it is going to be a
One
hunting
straight.
Alain.
Kill just to try to stay alive. He does have the shield. No! The Death at Sunset. Okay. Oh, Snape getting
Yes,
kicked off on the
dapat.
backside. Amy's gonna get this one, but it looks like
Ladisannya jangan free hit.
Ryuga bolts down for the count, all the cost of Amy. Lost, limping away.
Oh,
Does he go forward? No, he's gonna back off. They're gonna play a little bit safe. 4 versus 3 at this moment. 0307 still has
Ladisannya masih free.
and it looks like they're gonna back.
Oh my god, the bobbing and the weaving is insane from both teams. Mahadewa, that was so smart. They committed onto Mons on the side of Esports, and they unfortunately...
Iya ya mati dong.
Mons,
Oh,
the
masih
Death
punya
at
ulti.
Sunset does connect, but Void tanks most of this one. Mons is gonna recall back.
Yeah, that's why I can't be a professional player, because I can't keep pace. They stop me from talking at this point.
Kin starts to think he stops the talk, but there we go. We're seeing that Foot Esports has still a chance to win it.
To another Tempest game, boys.
Yes, it's been a long but just so hype-filled, right? Sometimes you get series like this. and
Ladisannya
it's
udah
like
balik lagi.
back and forth, but this right now, we can't control it. The tempo is going crazy in this game 3. The control is going over to either of these teams, but through this whole series is that esports are a double objective kind of team. That's what you need within Honor of Kings. You can't just be a single objective in mind. You need to have your eyes both on the prize.
I'm so curious as to what the heart rate of 0307, right? As well as one, because the heart rate, that's how I know. Right now, they are the winners. 007.
Kok putus-putus sih?
No, it's all about this fight here for the Tempest, right? I mean,
Amy getting focused here,
Oh,
taking a deep amount of
no.
damage. The Invisible Warrior, he wants to fight for this one.
Alain.
Sunset, Umbrella Outburst gonna be
Ah, Ganmonya free hit banget.
Oh, but he's out
Alain.
doing it. 0307 is looking to get picked up.
Nice.
Gets slammed down.
Alain
with the
bisa
Sunset,
dapat
but Maz all
legacy.
the way up in front, but Amy's been killed in return.
Tapi di
Boyd
belakangnya.
continuing to fight. Here we
Oh,
go.
keren.
NX is looking to go, but they've
Nice,
got
aggro-nya
Maz. They found
mati.
him in the pit. They do
Tinggal
get
Ganmo,
picked up.
hati-hati Ganmo.
He's gonna be left for life number 2. He dies. He's a Gemini in that sense, but they're continuing on. Void wants to go for this one. Yep, now looking to push them back, but it's a 2-for-2. This is so dangerous at this point with this Tempest Dragon up.
Yep, nobody's going to be able to take the Tempest at this point. They don't have enough damage that's quick enough to take it without being threatened. And at this point, it is going to be map control. And at this particular juncture, I think Foot Esports definitely has
Ganmo, Edison.
station going in their face.
the fight.
Yes.
And at this point, Mahadewa, I think they're in a slightly worse position because they have lost two
Lagi
main
di
turrets.
pause.
It is tier 3s that are instantly threatened if they lose the fight, and in fact, even the crystal might be at risk.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the thing that Mahadia has going for them, right? Is the fact that they have the Dolia. I think if they didn't have the Dolia, having that Celestial Blessing is basically beat.
I think Assurity is one of the members that I actually keep my eyes on quite consistently.
Yes.
And simply because the winter is here, it's
Yes.
really a big change.
Hello.
It's been pretty clinical with it, on point with the placements, and
Yes.
it does separate the team, split the fight quite successfully.
Speaking of splitting the fight, we are back into it. 21 minutes, guys. It is the final game of the season.
Bentar ya guys, maaf kalau internetnya kadang lag.
Ryuga spots this one out. He's going to be standing up in front, taking the flaming
lost.
palm as well.
Bisa nggak ya?
All the way. He's dueling with Amy. And if this is a huge one to
Ya,
see, but the
tidak.
Umbrella Hoppers on the backside. They've got Ride the Wind connecting on the
Alainya di mana?
Getting a little bit low. The Death at
Alainya
the tankier ones.
udah
Goes
ulti
for Void. He goes
sekali.
in for this one, but the Infinite Fast.
Sakit banget tuh
Maybe circling around. Does he
Ganmo.
go back? He does. And it looks like ults work. especially
Reset
when no
lagi.
one had died.
Yeah, but advantage in lanes to Mahadewa at this point.
Yeah.
So all Foot Esports needs to do is to make sure that the waves go back in their favor. They can then play the long game, reset the Tempest Dragon.
Kayaknya harus footnya deh yang mulai nyicil si Tempest. Kalau Mahadewa nggak bisa.
Not that fast for now.
No, yeah, it's going to be quite a while, but I think Foot played that very well, right? They was able to get 0307 out of there alive.
Alainya ke belakang, dapat nggak? Bisa nggak? Masih ada ini. Mati sih Legisannya, tapi di belakang. Nah, nice. Hati-hati Ganmo. Oke, Kaiser masih ada. Tempest. Tapi hati-hati sama Ganmo.
Coming out from Mahadewa, the way they pincered that in on the side of Foot Esports was so phenomenal.
Ayo, bisa.
Amy,
Kaisernya.
I mean, doesn't say just takes, but you don't want to expend this here on the Tempest Dragon, but they do have the burst. They're going to take this one up.
yeah. So I mean, this is
Kaisernya
beautiful gameplay
sekarat.
from Mahadewa, and guys, I just want to say I'm right. You guys
Game isn't
Not
over,
yet.
my friend.
Not
Game
yet.
isn't over. But I did
We've
say
been
I like your
seeing-
draft.
We've been seeing a lot of fights at the Crystals, right? So we could have half a point for me and Hauler, right? We're just like, hey, we like the draft. We don't think they're going to win, though.
I'm
But
just
right
coming
now-
Ayo Mahadewa.
Yeah, but right now, it's the odds are stacked against for esports because they have the Tempest Vanguards.
Yeah, I want to say the Foot Esports
Ledizen sama Ledizen sama Ganmo-nya sih.
Salt in the face.
Well, okay, so here's what's happening, right? 5,000 gold difference, still the same, right? But at this point, the first waves of the Tempest Dragons are marching down, flying down actually, as the kill score finally.
Tapi masih bisa di defense sih.
in the favor of
Ganmo sama Ledizen.
Yeah, I mean, it's a disruption of these turrets, right? That gets there for the Tempest Vanguards, right? If that's the
Tawar
case,
dulu,
they deserve pretty
tawar.
lot of damage.
Bisa nggak tawar?
He's all the way up in front. He's just going to zone them away. They take the bottom T3. It looks like they want to go for more. The loss has been knocked up. Mons looking to fight this one. Oh, Void somehow survives. But oh,
Nice.
lost. Not as lucky. The Death at Sunset connecting
Alainya
on
ke
the two.
belakang.
All in for this one. He gets 0307. The secondary Death at Sunset. They want to go for more. They've gotten the mid T3 as well
Bisa
as the
sih.
top. They've gotten everything.
Fokus
Assurity,
tawar,
the base is
tawar.
again wide open and they do it.
There
They'll take
we
it to
go.
Mahadewa. We'll take game 3.
Mahadewa, they win the first series of the day, a nail biter for sure, and this is why they
Hooray.
have been representing Indonesia as one of the top 3 teams. They walk away to winners, they get some points in the bag. Boys, this was a spicy one.
2 words. Homegrown buff. 3 words.
GG.
If you split it. I'm not Shakespeare, okay? I come from the same place, but I'm not as good with words. But homegrown buff may be the winner there for Mahadia, but that was a very close game.
Yeah, for sure. You can see, right? The Foot Esports players are not happy with it because it really was by the thinnest of margins that they lost that fight. A simple positioning error.
Yeah, simple one. I mean, that's the thing, right? When you have 2 evenly matched teams, it comes down to who
Okay,
makes the
guys.
mistakes, or in that case, a crucial one, unfortunately for them, giving up that Tempest Dragon
Udah.
and Mahadewa were able to...
Gimana nge-pause-nya?
They couldn't catch the
Nah. Tinggal tabrak sih, bisa banget itu war. Nah tapi harus Ladisan sama Gunmo harus ditangkap duluan gak sih? Oke, kayaknya aku mau udahan dulu, istirahat dulu. Thank you semuanya yang udah subscribe dan juga like dan juga nemenin nobar. Nanti kita mungkin nobar lagi waktu Indonesia main. Jam 7 ya, Dominator sama jam 9 ada Kagendra. Yang open war Aukran, jadi gampang ketebak. Oh, nanti main nggak Rin? Nanti kita lihat ya. Aku pengen nonton dulu sih. Kalau main paling sebelum jam 7. Pengen nonton si DMT sama si KG. Ngelawan siapa sih ini? Ngelawan Filipina sama Brazil ya? Atau Arab? Falconnya Arab ya? Arab ya? Ya. Nanti lihat dulu deh main gak ya. Thank you, bye-bye semuanya. Mau istirahat dulu.